hear you. I just couldn't hear me or anything. It was such a good video. Like you could start to hear me in some parts. I could hear you loud and clear, and then we'll
I can
go.
hear you if you can, but I can hear you so much better.
Okay.
I only did it for a second. I can hear you really well.
That's okay. I think we'll be good to go. So
Yeah, I think.
welcome back to my channel, All She Knows. This is Shani from Healing Elements, and I'm just so glad to have her back. We had a beautiful talk yesterday, a great video. It didn't turn out, though, on my end, for whatever reason. Didn't want our message to come through. So
Right.
going to tonight, I hope, and we have great things to talk about. We missed Valentine's Day. That's when we were planning to talk. Happy Valentine's Day.
Aww.
This is one. These are my bears from 19 and 21. But I didn't get a bear this year, but I did get a beautiful necklace. I got a necklace here with 3 opals in it, 3 hearts. My heart. So I think of it as my heart with Joe's, Kylie's, and Logan's heart in the middle.
That's beautiful. Are those really like from circa 1920, those bears?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, from 19 and 2021. Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it would. That makes sense.
The past 2 years, so.
I thought you meant 1920. I don't know. I'm in a good, goofy Leo full moon mood, but those are beautiful, and I'm glad that you got spoiled with the opal necklace. Is pretty.
Yeah, thank you. I love opal since I've learned about it, and I love opal. It's so beautiful. I have this beautiful opal necklace, and I don't get super attached to things, and especially jewelry. I mean, jewelry means something to me when it's given to me, but like I've lost like everything I've ever had. But there was a necklace that I got, this opal necklace. When I lost it, I couldn't sleep at night. Like it drove me crazy. I thought it was gone forever, but like I would have dreams about it. It was crazy how attached I was. I didn't even know I was attached to the necklace, but Joe thought it was weird and it could have meant something, but it was wild. It was an old necklace, very beautiful. I still have it. I finally found it underneath a cabinet. I was the happiest person alive when I found it. Now I like protect it and make sure it's still there.
For whatever reason, I have the chills all over my body, so that must mean something. Either someone had it, which is just energy that you need to explore. I have the chills from that story, and I mean the kind that comes all over your body.
Wow.
I did. So that's awesome. It's just that I was going to find out you found it, so I'm glad. And opal is beautiful, beautiful energy.
And you know what it is? It's these raindrops that get petrified in under the dirt and sand for so many years, and it's just petrified raindrops. It's unbelievable. It's amazing.
Beautiful. It carries the memory too, because if it's rain and water carries memory, and so yeah, that's beautiful.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's beautiful. I want to search it out one day. Anyways, so how have you been?
Been good. Today is a much more, I think, energetically uplifting day. I think that what's meant to be is meant to be. So I'm glad to be here with you. And I feel a little bit more resolve because, you know, my daughter, she's been really proactive with medical. She got some prescriptions for things that she needed, and we're, you know, getting tests and stuff. And so I got, you know, a private reading done earlier, and I've just been in a very jubilant mood. How about you? It looks beautiful in the background, by the way. That looks beautiful.
I love it out here. It's my woods all around me, and I got my hammock over here, and I love being outside. It feels good. I feel best outside. So yeah, it's out here. I love it. I feel lucky to be here. Anyway, so yeah, this energy this year has been incredible, to say the least. I feel like we started out this year with so much intent and proactiveness and optimism, and I feel like we get on this teeter-totter of life, and when you get complacent, life throws this giant boulder on the other end, throws you and everything off the course of what you're trying to do. When everything's going smooth, it will throw you off, and that's how we learn our lessons, isn't it? I feel like this year, I was hoping it was going to be, you know, about work and getting ahead and doing all these things, and that's what I plan on. But I feel like it's a very teachable year so far. I feel like everybody around me has had a lot going on, and there's been a lot of turmoil, actually.
So true. And I was going to also, I saved it for this, and then whenever, you know, like in a while I can read it. Right as I was going on, someone dropped a comment to random spirit animal video, but it was a male, and he said almost the identical thing that we were talking about yesterday. And right there, that for whatever reason, he's spiritually being accelerated so fast on top of real things happening in the world. It was very eloquently put. It's a very small thing. So I'll either read it later or whatever, but I just want to say that is so, so indicative of what I talk to all walks of life. People who are spiritual or not. My girlfriend texted me and said, girl, what's up with the astrology or the, energies? Because one thing after another, but then a great blessing and that everything, so it's been all consuming, right?
Yeah,
oh my God.
as a Capricorn, I am definitely the type that likes to have my hands on the wheel. I like to have control of my life and what's going on, like not necessarily controlling the people around me, but I like to have control of my life. And when the wheel gets yanked from me, it just makes me very emotional, very uncomfortable, makes me like, oh my God, what do I do? I don't know what to do. And so that's been teachable for me this year. There's been a lot of that. So it's not even just everything with me, but the people around me, the energy and everything I'm feeling a lot of it. So there's been a lot going on. I feel like that brings me to destiny, and I feel like destiny is very real. This dog's right here with me. Dog, Steviana came over to see. Will you call for her?
Animals. Like, I love when they dip into my live videos and stuff. Brittany has like 2 huskies or something. I love it. I almost brought Mochi up here. I'm like a sucker for that, but that was cute. He said, hi.
Animals are so sweet. They love, and they love too. All animals do, I realize. Squirrels out here are playful. They'll be checking you out. Yeah, my guinea pig's been, we call it popcorning. You will jump around.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, jump around with that.
You are right on about the animals and the beautiful scenery, and also about destiny. I know we have free will. I feel like there's a trajectory, a track. Things we're destined to come across, but it's up to us to choose what we do with that, juncture. We're going to go left or right. Choose your own adventure. You know what I mean? So I feel that is, I have the chills, because when you said destiny yesterday, I'm glad you're speaking on that, because there's been a lot that I'm like, that's the point of synchronicity. Sometimes you're like, how does the synchronicity happen? Because if I wasn't here, you, it just all aligns together like a big entanglement. So I've been finding that out more and more,
And I've seen lots of people lately, like online, who will be saying, well, why I keep going through this over and over. My life isn't changing. What's going on? Why does this keep happening to me? And it's not necessarily that it's destined for those very things to happen, but there is, I think, so I feel like we have to pay attention sometimes if we're not catching the lesson that's being taught. I feel like it'll happen over and over, because we're here to learn these certain lessons, and we may not know what they are, how they're coming, but they are happening. And so we may have repeat instances happening, and that will happen over and over sometimes till we pick up that it's happening, and then we can make the changes necessary that we need to make. Whatever we need to learn, we'll learn, and we'll have our growth and be able to move forward with life.
True. I want to ask you a question about that. Do you find that this year in particular, maybe as we've gone through the whole 2020 COVID, do you find that it's actually the lesson is being put in front of your face faster than before? Like, hey, no, we're trying to tell you, look at this. Like, you do something and you find that it's coming into your peripheral very much sooner. At least that's my experience. And I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm like, let me work it out. And it's very apparent now. I don't know if it's because I'm just, getting more sensitive as this ascension goes on, but I mean, I can see it. I'm like, there's that lesson,
It's that way for me. I don't know why last year somehow it got pointed out to me during meditation that I would be noticing a lot more synchronicities in my life. And ever since then, I mean, bam, like I would see them now and then in my life, but now it has been very bam and in my face, and these, and I may not understand exactly what all is being said, but it has been very in my face, one thing right after another. And they are trying to speak to me, like not necessarily spirit, but I mean, when I say speak to me, it may be a gut feeling, it may be a dream, it may be something I've seen in a movie, but things, God bless you.
Sorry, it's a cough. I'm having a little bit of asthma, so I'm sorry. Today is like I went walking, so it was windy. I haven't really had that much asthma, but ever since the COVID thing in September, so I am sorry if I have to cough. I'm so sorry.
I just had COVID like 2 weeks ago.
You did?
Yes, that's my bad news. My good news is my stepdad just had open heart surgery yesterday, and he's okay right now. So
thank you,
thank you,
God.
Yes, thank you, God. And he kept getting delayed for different reasons, COVID. Then he wasn't healthy enough, and then insurance, and then finally he had it. And so we were like, we got to give him more time with us. And I haven't got to go see him, but we talk, and
I will
I'm
keep
glad
praying.
I made it through so far. So just praying for
Okay.
him. He'll
I
be in our
will. I
Friday.
will. Like we said, divine timing. I think that everything works out for a reason. Maybe it was delayed a little bit because he needed to have the exact nurse on staff, whatever it was. So I'm very glad that he made it. I'm sorry that you had COVID. You know that I had that in September, even though we were vaxxed, whatever. So did you get real sick, honey? How was your symptoms? That is bad news.
Well, I heard that people that were getting sick with it would have this onset, and they knew that they were really sick, and they had exactly that. I've been pretty healthy, but one day I was feeling a little off. I thought maybe I was catching a cold. The next morning I woke up, I was dizzy. I knew I was bad sick. I knew it was in my head, big time. I started running a fever. I was very tired. The whole first day I slept.
Right?
And
It's weird. Yeah.
first, second day was my worst, mainly fevers, headache, very tired. And yeah, so that went on for a few days.
Did
And
you
then
have breathing?
the breathing was fine. And then it went into my chest last. So after about 7 days, it was in my chest, and I was having a lot of mucus and stuff. But I'm still kind of getting over it. It's been almost 2 weeks, and I still
Scary.
feel I'm
What about the
now.
family?
What's that?
Did the family get it too, or just you?
No, thank goodness. We thought my daughter was getting it. She had a little
Okay.
bit of running nose stuff. Everybody got tested. Everybody stayed healthy. I do not know how, because we are always crossing.
Together, right? Yep.
But I tried
Strange.
hard to keep them healthy. But I felt I was worried that they were going to get sick, but they didn't. Thank goodness.
Good. Thank God.
So,
Oh my gosh, girl, it's wild, right? It's wild. Oh, I have to ask you the last question. Did you lose your taste and your smell?
oh yes, I did. I did
Isn't
for
that
sure.
weird?
It
It
was
was so
awful.
weird.
It tasted horrible. I cleaned the floors with Fabuloso because it smells good. I opened it. I always try to smell it. I'm like, what's wrong with this? It doesn't smell. I was like, here, smell this. It smells good. I was like, what? This don't smell. Uh-oh.
It's
Yeah.
so wild.
It's like crap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange because I mean, I'm 45, like in a couple weeks. I've never heard of any virus that does that. It's just odd. We won't go off on that trail, but I wanted to ask you because everybody I talk to, just like our family, they're like, yep. And some people, like my little sister-in-law, man, she's young, 23 and healthy. She lost it and was afraid it wasn't going to come back because it was for 2 months. So
Oh,
mine took a while, but it came back.
yeah. I'm glad it didn't last for too long. And it seems like everybody's getting it differently. I did have a little bit of nausea the first day. I didn't get sick, but it was scary. That feeling.
Yeah.
Did you have it really bad? How was it for you?
It was strange. Okay, so we were vaccinated. This was in September, and my eldest, though, was not 23-year-old. She was kind of a little bit agoraphobic and fearful. No, she loves vaccines. She's like a pro. So it doesn't matter, like you said, no rhyme or reason with this thing. We each got in the family different severity. My husband, my two daughters, 16 and 23, they both were so sick that they literally were on death's door. They went in the hospital. My eldest not being vaccinated, she had to get the Regeneron, the antibody, in the hospital because she was so sick, no ventilator or anything. We had to be sent home with those oxygen monitors on the finger. It was so weird, girl, because I usually have, I was born with a smaller lung, like a birth defect. It's called bronchiectasis. And I usually am very much affected from something like that. That would be a virus that attacks your chest. The weirdest thing is, and thank God, I did not get much more than a no fever. I got a small cold type of thing, and it did go into my lungs a little bit, but I was energetic. I, saw it for my family, and I think that God provided me to do that because I was able to caretake for them because it was ugly. They all slept on the ground floor. They could not take a shower for 8 days, a fever for at least 5. All of them at some point had, hospital antibiotics. Then we go to my son, not one symptom. Not one symptom. And we're so cuddly, and there's no way, So his test actually did turn negative, but I still got to think, oh, I think he had it, but maybe not, because you're telling me this story. So it was rough. It was ugly. It was scary because my husband is one of those, he's Capricorn. He never gets sick. I don't know what it is. And so just to see him, especially, we were fully vaccinated and it was affecting us differently. I'm just like, don't take this if someone's listening to me, get your vaccine or don't. But I just saw that it affected everybody in my household, completely different. Aaron, who had got vaccinated, so sick, same thing with my daughter. So it was so brutal. My youngest missed at least 2 weeks of school because they also tested positive for so long. It was very bizarre, and they had to get negative to go back.
Yeah.
So it was so ugly, and it was bizarre because the other symptom that I definitely got was the no taste and no smell. And so it was bizarre. Yeah, and it also did something, I think, to my, not weird, but about my mental capacity. They say the part in your brain that the smell and the taste is affected by is right near what controls different fluctuating hormones and regulators for your mood. And I definitely felt strange. My daughter said it best. She's like, I never feel emotionally unstable like you. You're always emotional, but she's like, I feel that now. And I think it does affect people. I don't know if that's because you're extra stressed, because you're worried about having it or what, but I do think that it's all encompassing. I did actually some Googling because I had a mother intuition that maybe what's going on with my eldest liver is a little bit to do with COVID. And they said, yes, having COVID could cause significant, sometimes little, sometimes a lot of liver damage. So, you know, it is a beast. So I am so glad your family didn't get it. And I'm glad that you came out of it, you know, without any kind of adverse thing that people have had, you know?
Yeah, I was going to say something on that. Can you hear me okay?
The fish oil would be good for the liver.
Yeah.
Okay. They prescribed her vitamin D2. I think that it might have omega-2 in there, which is fish oil, I think. So I'm so stoked to exchange that information with you. And yeah, I'm very grateful because you know how that goes. It's like it takes the community to kind of word of mouth. So I appreciate that. And I told that made her feel better because she's just usually not having anything wrong with her. So I told her, welcome to adulting, you know, welcome to adulting. And I am so sorry. We didn't talk about that yesterday. So see, it was meant to be for us to get on today. I can't believe that. Beautiful girl. That's just gorgeous.
My garden.
There you are. You there? Perfect. And I can hear you and it's not doing it anymore.
Okay, let's see.
Perfect.
I hope this works out.
It is. I know it.
We in for now.
And stuff. But I have the same thing. If you can hear me, I have a 5G right there, and I've noticed that a couple of times for my videos. I love this so much. It was perfect up until I just told you just now, though. We have, there's been at least 18 minutes we were talking. I know we didn't talk about a lot, but I don't think that part is messed up. Is my point.
Okay.
Well, adapt, improvise, and overcome. My grandpa used to say, you know, we'll adapt and we'll get this done. Like, I literally am so pumped and grateful. This is what we're supposed to be doing amidst all of our other duties. So if you want to do this 16 days in a row, look, we're a Capricorn energy. I have Capricorn moon. I'll climb up the hill until we get it done. I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
So
I like it or not.
But the other part I didn't.
Okay. Phone. In this for now.
Yes, I think you said let's end this for now, and then we'll talk on the phone. Yes. Yeah, you'll see if you play it back, you'll be able to hear. I love you to death, and we will do whatever you want. I'm good. I'm golden for the rest of the day. If you can hear me, it's all good. Am I coming through good? You can hear me? Okay. It's all right. No worries. I didn't hear that, but call me. Okay, I think I'm good on my end. That's what you said. Okay, bye. You are like the best ever. Best energy for today. I'm glad that we got like eye to eye. I love you to death, babe. You're so cute.